Exactly a year ago on April 14th, 2023, I started my skincare journey, and I was able to transform my skin to how it looks like now. This process wasn't simple. I made many mistakes on my skincare journey, and that caused so many problems for my skin. However, I'm here to tell you the mistakes that I made so that you don't make the same ones as me. Like many people, I started my skincare journey because I was starting to break out, and I wanted to get rid of this acne and clear up my skin. Now, my acne definitely wasn't severe, but it was definitely worse than usual because beforehand, I never really got acne a crazy amount. I would get pimples here or there, but it was always manageable. It wasn't something at the forefront of my mind all the time. Now, because I was breaking out, there were some people that made comments about my skin. To them, they probably didn't think much of it, but when you're the one that hears those comments and they're being targeted towards you, you definitely do feel something. And so because of that, I did research on skincare products that would help clear up this acne. And this is where my first big mistake comes in. My source of information on getting rid of this acne came from people on YouTube and Reddit. Now, there can be good information on both of these platforms. However, for me, the information that I found was pretty much useless and it made my skin so much worse. If you have the funds and you want skincare advice, obviously the best place to go to is a dermatologist because they have all that education and background, and they're just going to be able to give you tailored advice specific to you. When it comes to the internet though, people can't give you specific advice if they haven't seen your skin. You might have acne, but there's so many different ways to treat acne depending on the type of acne you have, how severe it is. And so because of this, I was listening to generalized advice when it came to acne. And one of the most common ingredients I heard of when doing my skincare research was salicylic acid. There were so many success stories of people that were able to clear up their acne, get that smooth skin by using salicylic acid, which would exfoliate your skin and get rid of acne, bumps, textured skin, anything like that. Now, salicylic acid isn't bad at all. However, the problem is that I was exfoliating way too much. And this gets me to the second mistake I made, which was over exfoliating. I was using this salicylic acid cleanser every single day, twice a day. That means every single week I was exfoliating my skin 14 times. And the worst part about this is that I would leave the salicylic acid cleanser on my face for at least 5 minutes every time I did it. I think it's pretty obvious that this is not good for your skin, and it absolutely damaged my skin barrier. My skin was cooked. If you don't know how it feels to put salicylic acid on your face, leave it there for 5 minutes every single day, twice a day. Just imagine you have a wound and you put lemon juice on it. It's obviously gonna sting, right? That's how it felt like across my entire face. I'm surprised my skin wasn't extremely dry. Now, my skin barrier was definitely damaged, but the reason why I couldn't tell was because my skin wasn't really flaking or showing signs of it being extremely dry. Well, I guess there were signs because my skin was burning, but I was just ignoring it because I thought that's what salicylic acid is supposed to do. Burn your skin, I mean. That's what acid does, and acid is in the name. And so because I was over exfoliating, my skin had to compensate for all the stripping of the oils in my skin. And so what happened? My acne got worse. I never really frequently had forehead acne, but once I started over exfoliating, my forehead was breaking out like crazy. There were bumps, there were craters all over my forehead. I was looking like the moon. And so what did I do? I went back to YouTube, I went back to Reddit, and I found a new skincare product to buy. This time it was Adapalene by Different. And this actually wasn't a bad mistake on my part. This was actually a good product. It has a lot of scientific backing, and it's quite loved even by dermatologists. Basically, if you don't know what a retinoid is, it increases the skin cell turnover rate. And so imagine your face like an onion. You know how onion has different layers that you have to peel? Basically, your skin acts in a similar way. What a retinoid does is it increases that rate at which the onion can be peeled. So you're gonna be peeling those skin layers much quicker. And so every time you peel a new layer of the onion, there's a fresh new layer of onion there. And it's basically the same with your skin. If you're able to peel those layers of your skin, you're going to be able to get those new healthy skin cells at the surface of your skin. And I was listening to these dermatologists and they were pretty convincing. I mean, they had good evidence, scientific backing, and they explained it in a pretty good way. So I just had to buy Different. And this takes me to my third skincare mistake, which is using too many products. Once I added Different into my skincare routine, I definitely should have removed the salicylic acid cleanser from my skincare routine, but I didn't. I continued to use both the salicylic acid cleanser and the retinoid in my skincare routine. Now, if you didn't already know, retinoids like Adapalene or tretinoin, they are very stripping of the skin. They will dry out your face quick. And like I said before, my skin barrier was already damaged because I was using a salicylic acid cleanser twice a day, every single day. And putting the two together is not a good combination. This is like having a wound, putting some lemon juice on it, and then squeezing a bunch of hand sanitizer onto the area and just wiping it all over the wound. It is going to burn and it's going to hurt. And so how did my skin begin to react? Well, it's pretty obvious. My skin barrier was already damaged, and I'm adding another active ingredient to my skincare routine, and so I started to break out across my cheeks and my jawline. At this point in time, my confidence was pretty low. I kept looking at myself on Snapchat, through my camera app, through the mirror, and I was always disappointed because I kept seeing pimples pop up more and more. And this isn't what I expected, because I was told that if I continued using these products for a long period of time, my skin would eventually get better. But it just never seemed like it did. And this takes me to my fourth mistake, which is that I had very high expectations for myself, and I was disappointed in myself every time I didn't reach that expectation. Every time I saw someone with clear skin, I always told myself I want that and I'll eventually get there. Now, there's no problem in wanting clear skin. However, there is an issue when all you think about is having clear skin. And one of the reasons why you see that I have so many pictures of my acne is because I was constantly looking at myself. I nearly took a picture every single day of my acne so that I could compare myself to the day before. And this is extremely unhealthy for you mentally, because the odds are that your skin changes dramatically from day to day is close to 0%. Your skin doesn't change from a day-to-day basis. It changes from month to month. It takes time for these improvements to occur. And there's no issue with taking progress pictures, but there is an issue if you take it every single day, because it shows that all that's on your mind is skin. And so ideally, I'd say you only want to take progress pictures maybe every 2 to 4 weeks. If you're currently on your skincare journey, please take my tips into consideration, because if you don't, it's very likely that your skincare journey is going to be very, very difficult for you, both mentally and when it comes to actual progress of your skin. If you do want specific skincare advice, follow and DM me on Instagram at choice.yt and I'll respond to you. I appreciate you guys, and peace.